What's good?
This is my favorite client, Justin.
Ah, thank you. Probably says that to everybody.
Nah. Okay, so about to bring my man Justin back.
Yeah.
Usually what we do is we go nice and short up top, and then I'm gonna be skin fading. Yeah, so this haircut on Justin is basically gonna be more of a skin fade tutorial. I'm gonna be showing you guys kind of like my fading techniques and steps. His hair fades out pretty nicely, so you guys are gonna be able to see like a lot of guard skipping methods. I already kind of know what Justin wants on his haircut, so you guys will kind of be able to see that through the haircut. But yeah, we're gonna go with a nice short crop on top, a lot of texture movement, and then we're gonna go with a nice skin fade to line it up with the beard. My brother Justin right here, best trainer in LA. If you guys need a trainer, fitness coach, tap in.
Accountability coach.
Accountability coach.
Correct.
Boxing coach. Right now we're just sectioning off his hair so that we can kind of create that base, foundation, whatever you guys want to call it. We're just creating that foundation first before we implement the fade into the haircut. So I'm not going too precise on the sectioning. I'm just kind of going where the hair wants to lay down and then where the hair wants to go up. So I'm just splitting up the layers very naturally so that I can just create that foundation. So right here, boom, on the sides. So if it doesn't want to go down, I'm not going to force it, obviously. And then once I've had the guides kind of laid out, I'm just gonna be block graduating everything to the roundness of his head. So I could create that base layer on the sides first. For Justin, I like to go with a shorter crop, so I think it's pretty tight. What's like your favorite timing for the haircut, like weekend?
I like it after a day. I always appreciate my haircut, but especially 1 or 2 days out. But also like timing, I kind of always get a haircut like, like Thursday, Fridays.
I've never been to Horror Nights. You've been?
Yeah, you've never been?
Nah, is it fun?
Yeah, it's fun, you gotta go. Okay, this is the thing, bro. So you
Break
could
it
just
down.
buy the general admission pass, right? But like, it's terrible. Like lines are hours long.
Wait, how much is the general admission though?
Probably like 80 piece. But if you buy like 225 though, I know that's a lot.
Wait, $225
For like one ticket.
for what though?
But like VIP, like you go to the front of the line.
Alright.
Yeah, it's
Drinks
better.
included or
No,
no?
no, no.
Oh,
no.
hell no.
Just like line skipping. Bro, it's worth it though,
For
bro.
a fast pass?
Yes. Let's see. I don't know. Maybe 225 wasn't the right number, right? But like for what you get, it's worth it, bro. It changed the experience for me.
Really?
Yeah, last year I did it and like I was in and out of that whole spot in like 2 hours and I did everything.
What the?
Where people are waiting in line for one like maze for 2 hours, bro.
I'm gonna be setting in the initial guide in the front right here. Create a nice square line right down the middle. Okay, section all this out. And all we're gonna do is set in that fringe line. Once that line is set, we're gonna go from the other side and just set in an initial guide down the middle. And we're gonna grab that guide, and now we have a length in the front that's already kind of there for us, and we're just gonna match it in. I'm probably gonna go with a nice square shape on top, like back to our previous section to create that square shape. So this section, push it back to previous. Each section you're pushing back to middle, but not entirely. Before we like jump into the skin fade, I'm gonna give you guys a quick 360 of the base shape that I set in. I'll kind of go in too and just like point cut, add texture here and there just so that the shorter crop can have texture all throughout. This is just kind of just me being mindful of where he wants texture, and then I'm just gonna point cut into the areas that, you know, I feel like I could enhance the texture just a little bit. It's already a shorter look, so it's gonna have a lot of natural texture when we style it. And yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a quick 360 of what the haircut looks like now, and then you're gonna be able to see it with the full fade. So the first guard I'm gonna use is 2 guard closed. I'm gonna go pretty tight with the debulk. So we're gonna go with the closed, and then just with the comb, I'm just gonna scoop in and scoop out. See that guideline I set there already with the shear work? That heavy line right there, that's just, I'm gonna fade into that. So with this 1.5 guard, I'm literally just going over the 2. So so we can just soften that blend up. So I'm kind of moving in from the 2, 1.5, and then I'm gonna set in my bald line. Okay, so 1.5. Alright, now once that's set up, I'm gonna go in with my clipper, no guard, all the way closed, and I'm just gonna set in a very soft line. So I'm just gonna go and just slightly drop it around the crown. I'm just gonna be mindful of that. Going in. Alright, straight from there, I'm gonna go in, my guard closed, half guard on, and I'm just gonna be knocking out that line. This is basically gonna finish the fade for me, but after it's the detail work that I do for about like 20 to 30 minutes to really make that fade pop. So from here, half guard closed, all the way up. Once I hit that, just to knock out that soft line, I'll open it up, half guard open. It's not super blurry yet, but you guys can see like the fade is really coming together, and all I did was close and open. I don't like to create too many guidelines during the fade because like I feel like just knocking out one will kind of allow me to really blur that one line out instead of worrying about 2, 3 lines to blur out. Just like worry about blurring out that one line. Now I'm gonna get detail with my one guard. Now from there, I'm gonna go in with my trimmer and I'm just gonna knock out all the hair underneath. So all the hair underneath, I'm just gonna knock out with my trimmer straight up to that line. So now once that's done, I'm gonna go in with my foil shaver. I'm gonna grab my clipper, no guard, and just start really detailing it with the corners. So this line, this shadow right here, I'm gonna go close, open, you'll see right now. So close, detail, open, detail, open up all the way in detail. And you guys can see that line getting super blurry. And then half guard, detail it just one more time. Mine's getting blurrier. And then I'm gonna go in with my one guard, detail a little bit more. We're kind of gonna just wrap up the rest of the fade. I'm gonna finish off the left side as well, and then I'll kind of show you guys how to make the fade even pop more after we detail everything up. I get my trimmer, and then that skin line to like that clipper line, I'll go like backwards, and then I'll kind of just like knock it out backwards. So like from here, if I had made a guideline going like this, I'll knock the skin line out, I'll pull the skin, and then just move in between that. This is gonna create that extra layer of the blend, so it's gonna almost enhance the blend by like that millimeter. So for this lineup area, like I don't want to go too diagonal to this natural. I'm kind of going to go more straight. So that's kind of like what I'm aiming for right there. Still like straight but diagonal. So knock out some of this so that I could go a little bit more of a 90-degree twist accordingly. And the lineup is really gonna make the fade pop. So like it's gonna allow the fade to just like be a lot more like contrasted immediately. Really making sure that's crispy. I'm gonna blade it after too. So like right there, like perfect for me. Okay, so I'm just gonna detail the rest of the entire haircut, line them all up. I'm gonna show you like how I like to blade, what kind of angles I like to grab, and then after that, I'll show you like the full 360 of the entire haircut so that you guys can kind of see what the final product looks like from before the fade and then after the fade. Alright, so we're gonna blade him up real quick, show you both sides. So just grab a new blade, put it in. All you wanna do is you wanna tug the skin. When you tug the skin, you pull it right back, and then when you want the lineup to end, you just stop right there. So right here, tug, that. So that, clean line. Even hit the back. Yeah, that's how you get a super crispy outline into that fade. And just hit it where you want that to end. Okay. You don't have to go so fast during this process, it's just more about getting it precise. Same thing with the other side. Beard. Get the beard nice and crispy. And then I also like to just hit the neck areas just so that there's no like hair. I got put on in the beginning of my career, but how I like to finish every haircut, just so that the client doesn't walk home with any hairs in his t-shirt, like on his clothes, I just put the air on cool. As I'm dusting him off with the air, I'll release it, and then I'll hit the neck with the dryer right away, just so that all the flyaways literally just aren't in his shirt or anything. To finish off the look, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of sculpting clay by Basins. Spread it evenly. It's gonna give it a nice dry textured look, which is what we want for the crop. What you think?
Blurry boys.
Yes, sir. Just gonna run through the haircut one more time. Short crop on top. I went with a nice high fade on the sides, and then just, you know, kind of dropped it in the back to match his head shape. But overall, just a nice clean high fade with a short crop on top. And then for the front, even though it looks pretty straight, I went in with a nice textured line, so it's not like super straight. But yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a quick 360 of the cut so you guys can see the final product. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Drop a comment down below what kind of videos you guys want to see next here at Prax. Smash that like button as well. And yeah, let's get to the 360.